My girlfriend sent me a message saying, "I'm heading out on a journey of self-discovery across the country with my former boyfriend, using your vehicle." I responded with, "Enjoy yourselves." Right after that, I notified the authorities that the car had been taken without permission and provided the live location from the tracker when they got stopped in a remote area at 3 a.m. Right now, my former girlfriend is standing before a judge in Nevada, trying to justify why she believed it was acceptable to borrow my vehicle for this self-discovery adventure alongside her old flame. The judge isn't buying the argument about personal development. But allow me to start from the beginning, since this whole situation is completely wild. A few days back, I returned home after a day at the office, and there was Rachel in our bedroom, filling up a travel bag. I assumed she was heading to see her family, or similar. Not even close. She pulled me aside for a serious conversation. Never a promising sign. She mentioned she'd been reflecting deeply lately, that things between us had grown routine, that she required time to rediscover her inner self. Fair enough? Then she laid it out. She planned to embark on a lengthy drive across the nation, lasting a full month to search for her true self. I thought, sure, it's abrupt, but fine. Then I inquired about her companion. She gave me this expression, revealed that her previous partner, Jonas, would join her. I just gazed at her in disbelief. "What did you say?" She explained it was Jonas, the guy from her university days. They'd reconnected not long ago. Purely platonic, of course. He was experiencing his own phase of enlightenment too. Both of them required this experience. It was entirely non-romantic, focused on self-improvement. I was still absorbing this when she delivered the next surprise. They intended to use my vehicle, not hers, mine specifically, since her automobile was prone to breakdowns, and Jonas lacked one entirely. But mine was ideal for an extended drive like this. To summarize, my partner wanted to borrow my vehicle for this extended nationwide excursion with her past romantic interest, all in the name of inner peace. And I was expected to be fine with it. I questioned if she was joking. She insisted she was dead serious, that I was either backing her personal evolution or I wasn't, that Jonas was merely a pal these days, that no romance would occur, that I should have faith in her. Plus, she really required the use of my vehicle. I wondered what I would use for transportation. She suggested swapping with her old 2009 Honda, the one whose warning light had been illuminated since Obama's initial presidency. I'd get to operate that relic while she and her former partner toured comfortably in my relatively recent model, seeking enlightenment, the one titled solely in my name, with ongoing loan payments, and where she wasn't listed on the policy. I stared at her, and a chill settled over me. I understood that protesting would lead to defensiveness, an argument, and she'd likely proceed regardless, later insisting I'd consented. So I chose a strategic approach. I replied, "All right, it appears you've decided." She looked taken aback, mentioned she anticipated pushback. I told her I'd consider it through the night. We could discuss further in the morning prior to departure. She appeared eased. Agreed. Said she valued my level-headed response. That Jonas would arrive that evening to map out the itinerary. I simply acknowledged. Later that evening, around 10 p.m., Jonas arrived. I opened the door. He matched my mental image perfectly. Top-knot hairstyle, plaid top, string bracelets. Offered me this patronizing grin and remarked, "Dude, thanks for handling this maturely. Not many would get it." I eyed him and responded, "Yeah, I'm quite accommodating." He entered. He and Rachel pored over atlases, outlining the path, discussing various destinations. Natural reserves, arid terrains, the western shoreline. They chuckled in unison, clearly enjoying the preparation. Right in my home, involving my vehicle. I headed to sleep, left them to their arrangements. I overheard their chatter from the bedroom. Rachel giggling at one of Jonas's comments. No big deal. Once she joined me in bed, I waited for her to doze off. Then I rose, grabbed my computer, reviewed the coverage details. She wasn't covered, no doubt. Next, I launched the location monitoring application. I'd added a device to the automobile upon purchase. For a policy reduction, there it was, my vehicle in the lot outside. Power sufficient, refreshing location every few minutes during travel. I stared at the screen, contemplating the impending events. Then I began chuckling, silently, to avoid disturbing her. This would turn out entertaining. The following day, I awoke early at 5 a.m. ahead of them. Rachel emerged around 5:30, shocked to see me up. I informed her we should converse before she departed. I had her sit. Stated, "Listen, I pondered this extensively overnight. I'm uneasy about you using my vehicle for this excursion with Jonas. It's excessive. She ought to use her own or arrange a rental." She argued her automobile couldn't handle the distance, and rentals cost too much. I replied those issues weren't mine to solve. She reminded me I'd agreed to reflect on it. I confirmed I had. The decision remained no. "You lack my approval to use my vehicle." She fixed her gaze on me, claimed it was past the point of no return. Jonas was en route. All arrangements were set. I suggested reversing those plans. She accused me of being possessive and envious. That this was precisely the reason she required the adventure, to decide if she could stay with someone so lacking in confidence. I countered that she could resolve that via a rented vehicle. She declared she'd proceed with my automobile, that I'd move past it. I stated plainly, "Rachel, taking my vehicle without consent constitutes theft." She genuinely chuckled, insisted I wouldn't involve law enforcement against my partner. I remained silent, simply observed her. Jonas arrived at 6 a.m. rapped on the door. I let him in. He was as anticipated. Top knot, plaid, bracelets. Flashed that smug smile and said, "Bro, appreciate you staying chill. Few dudes are this advanced." I regarded him, clarified I wasn't staying chill. Rachel lacked authorization for my vehicle. He glanced at Rachel. She instructed him to disregard me. I was overreacting. Directed Jonas to begin packing items. Jonas appeared uneasy yet complied. They loaded belongings into my automobile. I observed the process. Their travel packs, insulated container, outdoor equipment. Jonas brought an acoustic instrument. Naturally, Rachel avoided eye contact. Jonas repeatedly looked my way, seemingly anxious about my reaction. I remained there precisely 5 minutes, then retreated indoors. Retrieved my mobile. Contacted the coverage provider. A woman responded. I detailed the circumstances. My partner and her previous romantic interest had departed in my vehicle for their drive. I'd clearly stated she lacked permission. She wasn't covered under the plan. The woman paused briefly, then requested I reiterate. I did. She confirmed. Thus, your partner and another gentleman took your automobile without approval. I affirmed. She advised immediate reporting is taken. Any incident would leave me unprotected. I mentioned proceeding to authorities next. I dialed the non-urgent police contact. The operator picked up. I described the full scenario. My partner had taken my vehicle for the excursion with her past partner. I'd outright refused permission that morning. She proceeded anyway. The operator posed several queries. Verified she wasn't on the ownership documents or coverage. Confirmed my denial. Responded all right. This could be logged as improper operation of a motor vehicle. Collected my details. Vehicle specs. Rachel's data. Stated entry into records shortly. Provided a reference number. I expressed gratitude and disconnected. Launched my computer. Accessed the location app. There it appeared. Small indicator moving westward. Velocity at 70 miles per hour. I prepared fresh brew and monitored. A colleague messaged about midday meal. I declined. Explained I was observing my partner and her former interest appropriating my vehicle live. He rang instantly. I recounted everything. He was in hysterics. Called it madness. I agreed it was solid entertainment. He inquired my plans. I said observe their cross-country progress, then alert authorities. He deemed it ruthless. I noted they appropriated my vehicle for their intimate drive. He conceded validity. Midday, Rachel messaged. Image of the pair at a roadside pause. Both grinning. Note read liberated at last. I ignored. Evening. They halted at a lodging in Kansas. Tracker indicated stationary. Rachel phoned around 9 p.m. upbeat. Described the journey as wonderful. She and Jonas engaged in profound discussions. Already sensing greater self-alignment. I asked their location. She shared. Inquired return timeline. She refused deadlines. Urged releasing dominance. I demanded my vehicle returned. She promised eventual return. I insisted immediately. She accused insecurity regarding Jonas. Insisted platonic, centered on her path. I repeated return demand. She claimed Jonas awaited, ended call. I recontacted authorities. Reported attempt to retrieve, met with refusal. Location Kansas, westward bound. Operator queried escalation to reported taken. I confirmed yes. Taken post-denial, return refused. He elevated status. Noted plate scans would reveal taken flag. Disconnected. Viewed tracker. Still at lodging. Retired. Slept soundly. Following day, track progress through Colorado. Pauses at viewpoints. Meal breaks. Rachel sent images. Pair at elevated scenic spot. Appearing deeply enlightened and bonded. I captured screens. No reply. Around 3 p.m., incoming call. Colorado troopers. Officer noted plate scanned during routine, flag taken. Vehicle still absent? I confirmed, presently Colorado. GPS monitored. Queried recovery desire. I deferred. Would notify at optimal location. Provided contact. Noted availability anytime. That evening, Rachel phoned from campsite. Raved about Colorado's splendor. She and Jonas trekked. Felt profound nature bond. I asked separate sleeping arrangements. Silence. Admitted shared, but platonic. Accused jealousy. I highlighted excursion with past partner in my vehicle, shared shelter. She labeled toxic. Disconnected. My sibling phoned. Inquired well-being. I detailed all. He was incredulous. Urged immediate retrieval. I stated in progress. Queried meaning. Explained allowing distance first. He chuckled. Called me diabolical. I noted vehicle appropriation. He requested ongoing reports. Third day, Utah entry. Arid routes. Rachel forwarded Red Rock photos. Pair practicing poses at dawn. Tracker view prompted thought of impending restrained poses. Evening, Nevada. Remote zone. Halted at small inn. Researched it. Limited rooms. Poor ratings. One noted massive arachnid sighting. Another simply advised avoidance. Rachel phoned near 11 p.m. expressed fatigue. Indubious, but exhaustion prevailed. Planned California push next day. Reached shoreline. I demanded immediate vehicle return. She claimed midst path. Accused dominance. Promised return post-completion. I insisted now. She threatened disconnect. Vibe ruined. Call terminated. Viewed tracker. Stationary at remote inn. Closest settlement 80 miles. Contacted Nevada troopers. Operator responded. Noted existing taken report. GPS monitored. Current add-in within jurisdiction. Provided precise location. Full vehicle data. Reference number. Verified flag visible. Queried recovery intent. Affirmed yes. Occupants probably resting. Vehicle likely available extended period. Inquired occupants. Stated partner and past romantic interest. Appropriated post-clear denial. Brief pause. Confirmed dispatch. Would retrieve and handle individuals. Advised phone readiness. Disconnected. Messaged sibling. Notified action commencing. He replied epic. Requested continual updates. Monitored tracker. Sipping brew midnight midweek. At peak contentment. Shortly past 1 a.m. Incoming Nevada troopers. Officer confirmed arrival at inn. Vehicle located. Plates confirmed. Requested VIN confirmation. Recited from documents. Confirmed. Noted impending occupant contact. Requested standby. Waited approximately 7 minutes. Most tense wait. Returned. Reported door knock. 2 persons responded. Identified as Rachel and Jonas. Both asserted authorization. I negated. Clearly informed Rachel mourning no permission. Multiple return requests since. Consistent refusals. Not on documents or coverage. Demanded retrieval. Queried formal statement willingness. Affirmed forward requirements. Confirmed. Per owner declaration, retrieving. Both detained for appropriation. Towed to storage pending. Brief silence. Confirmed both. Yes, both responsible. Stated acceptable. Noted claims of error. Relation to me. Clarified my relation to her. He her former. Appropriated for joint excursion. Officer chuckled slightly. Called it novel. Promised storage contact. Expressed thanks. Then notifications surged. Repeated Rachel calls. Jonas alternate number. Messages poured. Actions. Authorities present. Claiming taken. You alerted on us. Madness. Facing detention. How possible? Ignored all. Monitored tracker to storage relocation. Then slept. Morning awakening to dozens messages. Rachel's circle. Mother. Sibling. Questioning my sanity. Actions unjustified. Merely excursion. Replied to friend Jenna. Explained Rachel appropriated vehicle with past partner for extended drive post-clear denial. Return refused. Reported taken. Facts. Jenna called me deranged. Rachel seeking evolution. Envious. Dominant. Replied. Detained with past partner in my vehicle remote Nevada 3 a.m. growth achieved. Blocked me. Rachel's sibling phoned furious. Claimed I caused Rachel detention with mail, 3 a.m. issue with me. Explained appropriation for excursion with past. Denied taken status. Partner status. Suggested reciprocal. Her vehicle to Mexico with my past for month. Silence. Disconnected. Sibling phoned near breathless laughter. Called finest tale. Declared me iconic. Noted Jonas detention too. He erupted. Obvious. In taken vehicle. Highlighted image. Detained 3 a.m. enlightenment path. Sibling urged retrieval confirmation. Affirmed. Offered accompaniment. Contacted storage. Mail responded. Confirmed ownership. Vehicle held. Tow 200. Daily 50. Planned 2-day arrival. No issue. Sibling and I departed afternoon. He packed refreshments, curated music. Called it superior excursion. Continuous drive. Alternating drivers. He updated friends via messages. They contributed fuel funds. $120. Worth narrative. Arrived Nevada following evening. Visited storage. Presented documents. Settled charges. 250 aggregate. Mail returned keys. Noted unusual case. Affirmed. Approached vehicle. Positioned beside doorless pickup and wrecked coupe. Unlocked. Contents intact. Rachel's travel pack. Jonas's instrument. His notebook. Shelter. Removed all. Passed a sibling. He examined Jonas's notebook. Vocalized entry. Cosmos communicates to attentive. Eyed me. Reciprocated. Burst into uncontrollable laughter. Entered vehicle. Ignited. All functional. Mileage check. Nearly 2,000 added. Fine. Sibling trailed to fuel stop. Refilled. Inspected thoroughly. Satisfactory. Commenced return. 2 hours later, sibling's device rang. Rachel. Blocked on mine, routed through him. He glanced. I nodded indifferently. Accepted, loudspeaker. Rachel sobbing intensely. Incredulity at actions. She and Jonas detained. Extended cell time. Cuffed publicly. Jonas enraged at her. Parents bailed each. Ruined all. Sibling allowed minute rant. Then queried permission sought for vehicle. Sob ceased. Claimed irrelevant. He countered core issue. Noted shared among pairs. Acknowledged, but with past partner. Claimed mere enlightenment path. Highlighted detention remote. 3 a.m. shared shelter with past. In his vehicle. Yelled dominance accusations. Disconnected. Laughter forced near roadside stop. Sibling tears from mirth. Called ex remarkable. Affirmed she discovered self. Within Nevada legal system. He added with past partner. Highlighted finest element. Night drive continued. Home morning. Parked in designated spot. Entered residence. Locks updated. Contacted property manager en route. Immediate change. Her name absent from agreement. Interior largely cleared of her items. Others retrieved some. Remainders present. Packed into disposal sacks. Sibling assisted. Discarding. He discovered inspiration collage. Beach images. Terms like attract and prosperity. Displayed. Instructed discard. Complied. Rachel faced Nevada hearing soon. Defense counsel advised plea. Trial costly, evidence damning. Appropriated across boundaries without consent with past partner. Return refused. Jonas similar counsel. Both accepted pleas. Admitted improper operation. Each 18-month supervision. 1,000 fine. Shared my storage reimbursement. Sibling attended court. Gallery seated. Message progress. Judge queried Rachel appropriateness of month-long appropriation with past partner. Rachel cited enlightenment. Individual paths. Judge noted paths exclude others' belongings. Immediate sentencing. Jonas followed. Judge questioned entering presumed taken vehicle wisdom. Jonas claimed ignorance. Rachel assured consent. Judge advised verification essential, particularly excursions with another's partner. Jonas attempted defense. Judge halted. Identical penalty. Sibling noted tears from both. Parents present. Distressed. Departed individually. He lingered post-exit. Called finest recent afternoon. Rachel's mother phoned evening. Answered. Immediate tirade. Claimed I imposed record on Rachel. Merely seeking evolution. Allowed venting. Then noted appropriation with past post-denial. Daughter chose actions. Accused spite. Countered pragmatism. Disconnected. Weeks later, mutual acquaintances reported Rachel and Jonas attempted relationship post-incident. Endured fortnight. Detention diminished enlightenment bond. Jonas' parents threatened support withdrawal if continued with responsible female. Selected family. Donated majority remaining Rachel items. Sold portions digitally. Earned roughly 200. Applied to Nevada fuel costs. Equitable exchange. She utilized my vehicle. I utilized her belongings. Month subsequent, supermarket encounter. Jonas among vegetables. Noticed me. Appeared evasive desire. Nodded acknowledgement. Continued purchasing. He hastened exit. Sibling accompanied. Identified him. Affirmed. Noted precise mental image. Top not included. Began new relationship months later. Partner owns vehicle. Never requested mine. Lacks past interest for enlightenment drives. Pleasant change. Inquiries about remorse over detentions. None. Appropriated without consent post clear denial. Refused return. Crossed boundaries with past while assuring platonic. Not self-discovery. Appropriation with poor decision-making. Detentions mere outcomes. Alternatives existed, avoid mine. Use hers. Rent. Avoid intimate drive while committed. Numerous choices. Selected poorest. Thus, avoid appropriating others' vehicles without consent, particularly with past partners. Proves unlawful and ill-advised. Surprising? Well, Rachel and Jonas aware now, and my vehicle resides appropriately. In its spot. No past partners operating.